Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, September 9th, going all the way until Sunday, September 15th. So this could be for any kind of a soul connection, twin flame, soulmate. I generally tend to channel for those of you that are in some sort of separation or challenge. This reading is also intended for those of you that have had an actual connection with somebody at one point in time. And what I mean by that is there's been a mutual exchange of energies, whether it's through conversation or physical meeting, and it's definitely been in a romantic sense, as in you guys are both aware of your feelings for one another. There's nothing that's really hidden. I mean, maybe somebody isn't being 100% about how they feel, but there's definitely been some sort of an interest there, as in they've said things or you've said things to them. I try to avoid readings where people are just seeing somebody across the room and they just get a feeling about them, or it's somebody that you see on the train every day. It doesn't mean that those connections can't be real. I just don't tend to channel for those types of people anymore. So anyways, I just want to let you guys know that. We're also going to be using today's Divine Connection Orgonite piece from Wing and Bell. So they're a lovely company that creates all kinds of orgonites. So I will list them down below. I'm also going to be using a bunch of different decks here today. I'll list everything that I'm using down below, and I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. If there are any of the decks that I've created, they will be in my Etsy shop. And if you're international, though, you'll have to email me for a special link. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Let's take a look and see what is the energies here. We're going to say masculine and feminine. Masculine and feminine can be either a male or a female. It's just energy. But I do tend to say he or she just to kind of keep energies clear in my head, okay? So let's get into it. What is the energy of the masculine this week? Let's start there. What is the masculine's energy this week? I'm going to be using the numerology guidance cards just to kind of get an overall message. Overall energy for the masculine this week coming into the reading. We have health, okay? So there could be something going on with the either physical health, mental health, emotional, or spiritual. Health does not have to just be physical body. Let's just see what we get here. This right here is called the Sacred Circle Tarot. Let's see what we get here for the masculine health. We have Five of Cups. So this is emotional health immediately coming through. The Five of Cups is a sad card. It is a card of regret and sadness, things not working out, maybe even feeling some sort of guilt or shame about something just happening, okay? So I'm definitely getting here some sort of a sadness that's maybe taking a toll on the masculine's emotional health this week. We do have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, it says fluctuation. So if I feel like the masculine is kind of going in and out of this energy. Maybe he's not fully immersed in regret. And then other times he is. So it's like he's trying to clear up this energy this week. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, he's trying to get straight with some energy. Yeah, look at this. He's examining something from the past with the Judgments card, okay? The Judgment energy is ruled by Pluto, and that is the card of Scorpio. So that could be a particular message for a Scorpio masculine or for a Scorpio who's watching the video, but it doesn't have to be. It's also, we're going to be going into Scorpio season here, within the next couple of months. So that could be something significant as well. But I feel like the masculine is definitely in some sort of emotional distress, and he's kind of trying to decide something, but it's up in the air. He hasn't made a final decision. Judgment is about making decisions, but it's about reviewing your past. And you can see the sun here. It is about an awakening. It's about maybe going back to the past and trying to examine something, figuring out where I went wrong, figuring out what happened, figuring out what am I attributing to situations? Why are things not working out for me? So I feel like the masculine is heavily in like an introspective energy this week, thinking about things that haven't worked out in the past and why, and really kind of juggling something. And it could be that he's been juggling quite a few cups for a period of time, and he's starting to realize that, you want to know what, maybe that chapter in my life needs to change, because the next card would be the World, and the World means we're coming to the end of a cycle. Maybe it's time to grow, maybe it's time to heal, maybe it's time to settle down, maybe this kind of energy here is just not working out so much anymore. That's what I'm seeing here, you guys. So that's what's happening for the masculine this week. Deep introspective energy. So while we're at it, let's just go ahead and see something that the masculine needs to clear, a blockage, a behavior, something. This right here is called the therapy flashcards. What is a major block or some kind of behavior that the masculine needs to either adopt or heal in order to get through whatever this is? Interesting, we have codependence. So the very first message that I'm getting from this is that he may not know how to deal with people that are dependent upon them or him. He might feel like he's going to let other people down. So if you have been in a situation with your masculine where you guys were in a relationship in the past and he dropped the ball or he hurt you in some sort of way, it could be that he felt that maybe he was, you were too codependent on him, or maybe he didn't want to become codependent on you. There could be also family issues as well, some sort of an emotional situation even stemming from childhood. So to me, this is like something that needs to be broken, a cycle that needs to be broken in the masculine's life. He may not know how to let people in. He may love too much. He may not know what it's like for people to actually love him in a healthy way. And so there's some kind of issue here that he does need to heal. That's why we have the health energy. So an emotional situation of codependence being at the root of the issue that the masculine is working on clearing this week. So becoming very aware of something, really wanting to change an aspect of his life, and really looking at where these problems stemmed from. And I feel like he might be examining his childhood or examining his past in a huge way to kind of see where things went wrong and why. Interesting. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and move into the feminine's energy now. What is the feminine's energy for this week? We're going to use the same deck just to get one overall theme for the feminine. We have happy ending. Well, that's really beautiful for the feminine. This is called the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. Happy ending. So light at the end of the tunnel here. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is an energy here where the feminine is looking off into the distance and she just has faith, knowing that something is going to pay off. So she's very confident with something. Interesting. We also have the Eight of Swords. I'm getting here, though, that she's breaking a cycle of waiting. She's not staying stuck waiting. So if she is looking off into the distance and she's waiting for some sort of a payoff from the investments that she's made in a project or something specific, she just knows that something is going to come to a happy conclusion, but she's not tied to it in an expecting way. She doesn't have a lot of attachment to the outcome. I feel like it's very free-flowing for her. Yeah, look at this. See, Eight of Cups. She could take it or leave it. It's like she is just in the energy of happiness. That's what it is. She's just in the energy of happiness. Whatever is meant for her, she's not going to stay tied to it or stuck or wait for it. She's going to go off if she needs to. So if she's feeling something, she'll do it. If she's not feeling something, she won't do it. I'm getting here, it's like a toss-up for her. It's a toss-up on whether or not she wants to wait on something or she wants to move forward. Either way, she's going to be freaking happy. She's focused on her own happiness and her own energy this week. She's not putting her eggs into anybody's basket. She's not waiting for anybody to come back. If they do, great. If they don't, they don't. She's very free this week. She's free to walk away or she's free to stay. Whatever's going to make her happy, that is the message for the feminine this week. Whatever empowers you, whatever fills you with passion and delight, you have your answer. Beautiful. Very empowering message for the feminine. So let's now take a look and see. Let's go ahead and get the connective energy, okay? What does the connective energy look like right now? what maybe lessons and different things are coming up for both the masculine and feminine with their connection. This is called the Reclaim Your Power Oracle cards by Anthea Spark. What is the connective energy this week? We have the Hanged Man. Perspectives. The Hanged Man is associated with Neptune, which Neptune rules the sign of Pisces. So that could be significant for some of you. So far we've had Pisces and we've had Scorpio come through the reading, okay? So watery energy, deep energy. We have perspective, seeing things from a different perspective. We already got with the masculine that he is starting to examine and see something in a different light, really going deep to see something. So this could be connected to the masculine. Also, the feminine might be seeing that it's just her perspective. She can look at, see, look at this. I was just going to say, she could look at something as a loss, or she can be attached to it as a loss, or she can look at it as maybe timing. Either way, she's going towards happiness. She's choosing to be happy. She's claiming her power to be happy in this life no matter what. So we have the end, let it go. So to me, right here, the 12, next card is the Death card. The Death card is about ending something. It's an ending, but it's also a rebirth, a new beginning, getting the opportunity to let something go. The sword here is stuck in the stone. We can finally pull this sword out of the stone and do something with it. Cut things away that no longer serve. Maybe gain some clarity and truth. Take some sort of action. Bring justice to a situation. So again, Scorpio's energy comes through again for me because the next card again is the Death card, which is ruled by Scorpio. So it could be that in Scorpio's season, there's some kind of a rebirth for some. Either the masculine, the feminine, because we do have the card of rebirth here. So it's all kind of coming together very interestingly. So let's get to, we're going to get 5 total. Oh, wow. Wow, you guys, it might be Scorpio's season, and I keep saying that because that's just the message that I'm getting. There might be another chance, as in your masculine, or I feel like it's the masculine, and the reason I'm saying that is because the feminine, it's a toss-up. She could take it or leave it. She's not attached to it anymore. She's going to be happy. If it makes her happy to either wait, and she's not waiting in vain, but if it makes her happy, she's going to be in that energy, or she needs to walk away and kind of detach, she'll do that as well. Whatever feels right to her is what she's going to do. I feel like the masculine is having a major rebirth, reincarnation, another chance, giving this connection another chance. But it's almost like we got to let it go in order for that to happen. It's almost like the feminine might have to let go in some way, because sometimes this energy of waiting can sometimes hold the energy up, cause stagnation of the energy cord between you and another. Waiting, expecting, staying tied to it. Sometimes simply just kind of walking away and just focusing on something else can lift some of that stagnant, stuck energy and be exactly what this connection needs in order to give it another chance. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's up to the feminine has the power. The goddess of power, manifesting dreams. This is like wisdom. This is her higher self. She knows all. So the feminine's energy is coming through. Oh, sorry guys. I had to turn on my phone's Pandora today because the TV wasn't working. I hope that's not too loud. Anyway, so she's got some sort of power at her disposal. Now, she doesn't have control over her masculine, but she certainly is in control of her happiness. Do you see that? She's in control of her happy ending, whatever that looks like. And it looks to me that the more that she empowers herself, the more that she focuses on manifesting her own dreams, it's almost like this just naturally falls into suit later. That's just what I'm getting. We have Lady of Trickery. So this is the deal. When I just said this, sometimes we can manifest from an attached way. The feminine does have something to learn this week. is she trying to manifest to get something, or is she manifesting for her own happiness? What is it? There's some sort of a detachment I feel that needs to take place perhaps for the feminine. She can't manifest. I mean, yes, you can manifest out of this energy, but what you're going to manifest, you don't want it. You don't want it. Which is why, and I don't really believe, I believe whatever you believe is what's real for you, okay? But like, people are worried about, black magic and spells and what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Curses and things like that. We can create out of that crappy energy, but all it's going to do, it's just going to work against us. Like, all you're going to do is tie yourself negatively to your aimed desire, So you're going to manifest on a lower energy level, and that's not what you want. So this feminine is not going to be manifesting out of this energy. She's going to be manifesting out of her own empowered energy. Whatever happiness is to the feminine, which of course, yes, can include the masculine, but again, she's not attached to this outcome. She's not attached to the energy where she has to have her masculine. And I'm telling you, there is some kind of a shift in energy when she just kind of lets go and says, you know what, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. That's what I'm going for. It's like, that's the key. That's the key, just like that. That does some kind of a major shift in perspective when it comes to this connection. Yeah, that's what it is. So anyways, that's very interesting. So let's keep moving forward and see what, did I get this? Hold on for a second, you guys. I don't think I got for the feminine. I don't think I did this card for her. I totally missed on that. Let's do a behavior that the feminine needs to clear this week. I don't know why I forgot that. What is the behavior that the feminine needs to clear this week that might be standing in her way? Stress. Yeah, this energy here, that is obviously a very stressful energy, but this is stress energy. Somebody feeling in distress, somebody feeling like they can't move, okay? Maybe somebody that's waiting. Are they waiting in this energy, or are they waiting in this energy? So I feel like the feminine has some sort of a decision to make when it comes to this connection. If it's causing her stress, if it's causing her to feel stuck in life, like she can't move, then maybe it is time for her to disconnect and just go towards something else, as in her own happiness, whatever that looks like. Or if it's empowering her, then she can wait. It's up to her. So as long as our energy is straight and we're being honest with ourselves as to what we're doing and why we're doing it, then I feel like this may not even be a factor. But if some of you are stuck in stressed energy, the stress is energy, and energy can sometimes, it can cloud an energy connection. It can cloud an energy between you and another person. It can create a blockage. So that's why it's very important. If the feminine is feeling stuck and hung up on waiting for this masculine to come back or to get a shit together or whatever the situation may be, it's kind of like that energy needs to be let go. You guys saw it for yourselves in the cards. I can't make it up. There it is. So, all right, let's continue. What is the energy that this masculine has towards his feminine currently? Oracle of Mermaids. What is the overall energy that this masculine is holding towards the feminine? Well, he is not telling her. That's an energy here of secrecy, worried. So why would this masculine be worried? It's not going to resonate for everybody, but it could be that maybe something happened in the past. Maybe something happened with dishonesty and neglect, which is why this card came through the connection. Maybe he wants another chance. Maybe he lied. Maybe he hurt the feminine. Maybe she had to let him go, whatever the situation may be. Maybe he's seeing things from a different perspective now. But again, he's being very cautious about how to come towards her. Maybe she's not even aware that this masculine even wants to come towards her. So wary, as in she's going to be wary if he tries to come back. Why? Because maybe there's some kind of an energy that the masculine used to be in, and now he's trying to get out of that energy, trying to change. That's what I'm seeing here. So what else? Let's clarify it. Oh, yeah, see? Definitely the masculine's energy that we're tapping into here. Why? Because that's the masculine's energy. This regret has to do with the feminine. Most definitely, there's the match. It has to do with feminine. So in the very beginning of the reading here, I asked Spirit to really showcase to us the energy that the masculine was in. He's thinking about the feminine. He is recollecting memories, going back down memory lane, thinking about who he is. Is he the healthiest? A lot of regret, a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, tossing something up in his mind, going back and forth with something. Maybe perhaps he's going back and forth with making a decision to apologize, come back, stay away. It's too late. He's crying over spilt milk, though. That's the Five of Cups. Somebody who is not in the best energy to be dealing with something head on. And that might be another reason why the masculine here needs to be in tip-top health, is and he needs to really go into himself and have an awakening or a rebirth in order to have and conjure up the strength to face the feminine. I do see the Judgment card as apologies as well. Somebody trying to make those wrongs right that they delivered. Karma. Sometimes karma has a way of working itself out to where whatever we put out, it comes back. And it's only when it comes back do we go, holy crap, that's what I put somebody else through. So the masculine may have had to have something handed to him. Maybe he had his ass handed to him by another person. Maybe feminine, female energy, maybe just a situation. It could just be work related. It doesn't have to actually be love. But it gave the masculine the opportunity to look at himself and go, is this who I really want to be anymore? Ten of Pentacles. The energy that was connected here to the masculine codependence. I did kind of get this energy of childhood family vibe. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of family and tradition. You can see this here, all of the ancestors. Do you see that? So I'm definitely getting a family vibe here, as in the masculine is kind of looking to see where there has been a disconnect, where maybe he has issues. Not to blame his childhood or parents or anything like that, but maybe he didn't have the best examples, or maybe he did have parents that were always together and he didn't want to be codependent on a relationship perhaps, or maybe he looked at that as mushy and codependent, as I don't want that. I don't want, a partner that's up in my business every single day. I mean, your masculine could be having some sort of an issue where he is afraid to just basically open himself up to partnership and commitment and marriage perhaps. That could be it. And we have the Three of Wands. I can see this here. There's this harvest. It's kind of like Thanksgiving. I feel like the masculine might be regretful of something that you provided for him that he's actually, he's grateful for now, but it took him a while to figure it out. It took him a while to figure out how great you really were. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. Three of Wands is an energy here of somebody who, again, is waiting. You and your masculine are kind of in similar energy. You guys are mirroring each other here. Three of Wands. Staying stuck to it or walking away. I feel like the masculine knows in some sort of way that he might have blown it, but he's not quite sure if that door or that chapter is completely closed with you. He is thinking about what a life would be like with you, is what I'm seeing here. He is thinking about perhaps if he is going to do that, if he is going to do a commitment, maybe for some of you have kids, get married. It might be that you're that person that he's willing to do that with, or you would be the only person he would consider for that position in his life, okay? But he's waiting. Three of Wands, caution, wary. This is not an action-oriented energy. He's not charging ahead. He's not coming towards you at this time. It's more of a reflective time for him. It's more of a going deeply within himself and experiencing a rebirthing and seeing things from a different perspective and just really taking care of his own health at this time. It may not be the best time for the masculine to be having, a connection with this feminine yet. Okay, that could be it. So that is the energy that he has towards the feminine. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and see what is the energy that the feminine has towards the masculine. We're going to just use the same deck. Well, I really like this because the feminine does look at the masculine as a gift. She does. Regardless of what's happened between the two of them, she sees him as a blessing in her life. And I feel like that's one of the reasons that she's here. She's in this energy here where she's kind of like ready to let it go. She's ready for this happy ending, whether it's with him or not. She is just in an energy of wanting to be happy. Like she's able to see the sunny side of the situation. And maybe she hasn't always been able to be in that light, but she's certainly getting there. If she's not already. Okay? The Chariot, yeah, she's ready to move. In the present time as in right now, she's ready to move. Even if he's not in her life, it doesn't matter. She's ready to move. She's not necessarily leaving him behind, but she's ready to roll. Yep, she's ready to turn the wheel. Turn the wheel. Again, leave it up to fate and destiny. If it's meant to be, then he'll find his way back to her. But she's not going to sit around and wait. That's what I'm seeing here. Maybe she's waited for a long period of time. Maybe she's waited too long already. And it's not necessarily she's waited too long, but maybe she's just like, you know what? I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to put my happiness on hold anymore. I can't continue to sit around and wait for this reconnection. It's either going to happen or it's not. Either way, I'm moving towards my happiness. The Chariot is the energy of Cancer. So we've had all water signs come through this reading today. And the Wheel of Fortune is the sign of Sagittarius since it's ruled by Jupiter. Okay. And Strength, card of Leo. So fire and water coming through again. Seems to always come up in my readings. Doesn't mean if you're not fire or water that my readings can't resonate with you. It's just very significant for fire and water sign connections. So, yeah, look at that whale, okay? I mean, it's going to take great strength and courage, you know? It is. I feel like the feminine is very much aware that the universe is and divine timing is at play here. Okay? Because the Strength card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot are all major arcanas. And when you have a lineup of all major arcanas like this, no minor cards, it just means that there's just a lot of other energies, spiritual energies. The universe is our guide at this time. Big things are happening. Big changes are happening. So I feel like she's literally giving it up to the divine. Whatever is meant to be, I'll take your lead. Whatever you're guiding me towards is where I'm going to go. She's trusting her higher self. She's trusting the universe. If her masculine hasn't come back just yet, maybe she has that inner knowingness that one day he will, but she's not going to sit around and stop living her life in the meantime. Okay? But the Strength card is beautiful because this is about loving the beast. Do you see this whale, how he's kind of trapped? It's going to take great strength and courage for the masculine to, break through this cycle, that 10, break through the energy here. Break through whatever is holding him back. Beautiful. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead now and take a look and see what is the masculine afraid of, okay? What is he so afraid of? What is this masculine so afraid of, and what does it look like? What is the fears in his mind that he has towards this connection in the feminine? This right here is my Twin Flame Shadows cards. So the overall sellout, interesting. Okay. And we're going to go into the Ciro Marchetti decks here. This one is called the Marchetti Tarot. And this one right here is called the Oracle of Visions. So, when the masculine thinks about his feminine, perhaps coming towards her, apologizing, reconnecting, what does this image look like? Oh, 2 aces. Wow. 2 of coins. So the 2 of coins is with the masculine's energy in this card reading. Back and forth with something. Back and forth. I feel, and this energy is actually back and forth. Balance as well. Sell out. Okay, well, what I'm getting here is one of the masculine's biggest fears is that A, it might be too late. I feel like this masculine may have made a decision at some point in time or another with this feminine, that maybe the smarter move at that time was to go towards working on his career and working on success and victory. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm getting this energy here of selling out. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to open himself up to that kind of an emotional connection. So it was just safer to shut it out and to go towards other things that were safe, that were predictable. And that was career, that was money, that was work. Okay. And I just feel like that's the clarity that he had at that time. The clarity that he had at that time was that was the right move to make. But now he's not so sure. Now he's not so sure. So it's kind of like iffy, back and forth. You can see this energy here. It's like trying to balance something, trying to make some sort of decision. So the Two of Pentacles, back and forth energy here. So I feel like what's happening is that he's not sure that that was the right move to make. He's not sure if that's something that was actually beneficial. I mean, it was beneficial possibly to him. He may have done something really well with his career. He may have set himself up. He may be feeling really good about himself, career-wise, money-wise, structured, things like that. Materialism can work in that way. But again, it's like to sell out to some sort of fear, to choose money over connection, money and material things over love, things that really matter. So the masculine's biggest fear I'm getting as well is that he is afraid that he's somehow going to lose his independence with those aces. He's somehow afraid that he's going to have to choose between her and his career, or her and something else. And that might be something scary for the masculine, to feel like he's got to try to balance her and something else. So he's afraid. And that might be one of the reasons that we have codependence coming up, is that he is afraid of somebody being codependent on him. He can't handle the pressure. He can't handle the stress. Interesting that the stress is for the feminine. He can't handle it. He can't handle somebody needing him in that way. So if that is somewhere where the feminine is at, where she is not either abundantly or financially set for herself as an independent, that might be something to consider, because this masculine might really need a partner that is able to meet him halfway, instead of somebody right out the gate that he's going to have to take care of and be responsible for. So there's all that energy that's coming through with the fear for the masculine. So he may be a little unsure on whether or not he's ready to take on the responsibility of the Ten of Pentacles, the family. It's like he wants to, but he's afraid at the same time. He's afraid that he's going to have to sacrifice his independence, or his career, or his passion. Or it might feel like he just can't handle the stress of taking care of someone. He doesn't feel man enough, or he doesn't feel, I shouldn't say that, man enough, doesn't feel secure enough, I guess. And so because of that, he might just be selling out to his fears. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, so what is the feminine's biggest fear when it comes to the masculine? Okay, so she might be afraid, or she might be seeing her masculine as cowardly. So, the thing is, the energy that we have towards somebody, especially if we're energetically connected to them, does affect them. So that might be something that the feminine, if she is feeling like, I do hear this a lot in the comments, and I delete them because they're stupid. Why watch a video on a connection where you want to heal and you want to come together, but you're talking trash about this person, talking about how you hate this person and how they're just a pile and that they're never going to change. Like, I just don't get it. So those comments are never welcome on my channel. But the thing is, it is normal sometimes to look at someone and say, you know what, I don't know if they can ever do it. I don't know if they're ever going to have what it takes, the strength that it's going to take in order to face me, or face the consequences, or face the truth. Okay? So that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling here. Yeah, this, you can see here, this beautiful woman, she has this feminine, she's got these eggs here. It's very fertile. She's got this growth, this this tree on her back. She's nude, she's naked, she's beautiful, she's in nature. Things are growing with this waterfall, things are flowing. So to me, this is like somebody who is feeling, ready to grow, ready to basically take things to the next step. And so again, I feel like the feminine's biggest fear is that the masculine will not be able to get to this point. Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles. That Five of Pentacles energy is a card of feeling left out in the cold, rejected, feeling a lack. King of Cups. So the king, hold on for just a second. That is the, well, hold on. Let me get one last card here, and then I'm going to look at something. That's the Page of Cups. I just want to make sure, I swear, they're, okay, here, perfect. It just answered my question. That's the Knight of Cups. So again, a lot of water energy here. So the King of Cups is emotional maturity. Somebody who knows what they want. Somebody who's ready to grow and have a relationship. Page of Cups is somebody who's like a child. They're not sure. They're just thinking it. So that's the thing. She's kind of looking at these two eggs and wondering, can these two people grow together? Or are they always going to be in this separation? Are they always going to be these two people? The King of Cups might be who the feminine knows her masculine can be, but maybe she sees him as the Page of Cups energy. The Page of Cups can also be an energy here of, like an apology or a small offer. Is he even up to doing that? She's asking herself. Is he even enough? Can he even make a small gesture at this point? So it could just be with that Five of Pentacles energy that there's this out in the cold energy is in separation. Somebody feeling like they just don't have what it takes in order to come forward. So again, she's not sure. So I think it's very important to note that in this reading, the feminine is in a really good spot. So even though this is her fear that the masculine may not have the courage and strength to come towards her and to make things right or to grow with her, she's not putting her life on hold and she's not trying to do the masculine's work for him. She's just basically allowing things to unfold naturally. If he makes his way back to her, then it's meant to be. And if he doesn't, she's not going to push it. She's going to just still continue to take care of herself and even hold space and hold light for her masculine. So this kind of takes me back to what I said earlier. If we see our masculine and we focus on our masculine being in this energy, cowardly, Five of Coins, Page, then that doesn't really empower or help or lend our masculine that positive energy or reinforcement. But if we see him at his true potential, who he truly is, and the King of Cups energy, we can help to inspire and to empower him to be that King of Cups, to rise above, right? So it's all in the way that we look at the situation. That's what I'm seeing here. So the choice is ours, always at the end of the day. Let's take a look and see what is the masculine's higher self messages to his feminine. This right here is my Twin Flame Messages Volume 2. This right here is my Twin Flame Oracle. Okay, so we're just going to get 3 cards as like topic. We have Abandon. We have Cycles. And we have Communication. Well, this is really interesting to me. I mean, of course, we're going to see what these cards say, but, we definitely have this energy here of perhaps somebody leaving something behind. We do have an energy of regret, Five of Cups twice for the masculine. We have a rebirthing here as a closing of cycles. Okay, yeah. All right, what is this energy here connected to abandoned? Okay, so your masculine is telling you here that even though he might not be presently in your life, as in that chair is still empty, it's because he's still finding himself. I need to go my own way for a while. This could be why he abandoned you in the first place, if that fits. He needed to go off and figure something out for himself, okay? So it was never really about you. It was about him and what he needed to do in order to figure things out. Cycles. See, there's a lot of fear that this masculine has. I'm afraid to take that next step right now. So he's still kind of stuck in a karmic pattern, in a karmic cycle. That's why he was in the Judgment's energy, not the World. He hasn't quite gotten to a full, complete cycle yet with this. Okay, it just hasn't happened just yet. Okay, so he's afraid to take that next step with you. And Communication. See, it really was me, not you. That's what he wants to communicate with you, feminines. So if you guys are, maybe looking at your masculine not being in your life yet, being in your life still, or that he left a while ago or whenever this was to go off and find himself, this energy here is that he's trying to communicate to you it really was me, not you. I needed to figure something out for myself. I'm just afraid to take that next step. I'm stuck in that cycle right now. I'm trying to figure something out. I'm trying to understand something. This is what the holdup is. So he at least wants you to know that it was him, not you. I think that's beautiful. I really do. Okay, so if you are a masculine watching this video, which in my statistics, there's only 10% of men that watch my videos. So that's why I don't normally tend to cater towards the masculine's perspective, really just the feminine's perspective. But, you know, we'll just do it because I said, what does the masculine have for his feminine? So what does the feminine have for her masculine? Signs, muse, and bound. Okay, so is the feminine trying to send the masculine signs? Oh, I see a little part of you in everyone that I meet. So what she wants to say to her masculine right now is that she is seeing signs. She is seeing signs. She sees him in every single thing or every single person that she meets or comes across. I mean, every single thing. She sees him a lot. Everything that she says, everything that she does, a lot of her energy is entwined with the masculine. So it might be that she really wants him to know and understand that she very much still holds his energy. You still take my breath away, Azan. You're still my biggest muse. Beautiful. You inspire me like no other. You're a muse of a lifetime. It's my favorite card, just so you guys know. And bound. I feel too much pressure right now. The feminine might feel like, you know, the pressure of devil energy, of being attached or being like still in a negative cycle or being not ready 100%. Like, I feel too much pressure right now. I feel like she's telling the masculine, I know that's where you're at. I know this is where you're at in your cycle, that you feel too much pressure right now, that you feel fear, that you're apprehensive with coming forward. So I feel like she's communicating to him that she's seeing a lot of signs. She's still continuing to basically, you know, become inspired or to remain inspired with the connection. But if he feels too much pressure right now, she's not trying to hold on to him in a lower vibrational way. That's what I feel like she's trying to say to the masculine. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead just for fun. This is a card deck. It's called the Mystically Amazing Spirit Cards by 7 Stars. You guys can get this off of Etsy, but it's kind of like, it looks like a Ouija board. It's not evil, unless you believe it to be, so you can just click off right now. This has letters and numbers in it. Now, I have 2 decks combined, and the reason I did that is because some names obviously have more than one letter that's the same. So let's just see what we are going to get here. We're going to draw, what do I want to draw? 5 cards. You know, five is my life path number, but it's just my magical number. So we're going to draw 5 cards, and what I want you guys to do is whatever you guys are seeing, I'll pick up a couple of things that I see, but you guys on your end might see more than me. Okay, so we have the letter V. We have the letter G. We have the word yes. We have the letter C. And we have the letter X. So we have no vowels, okay? And then number 5 just wanted to pop out right when I was putting this down, okay? So the number 5 could be significant for some of you out there for whatever reason, so take it as it resonates. These could literally all be initials, okay? Or the, you know, initial in your first, middle, or last name. This could have something to do with, you know, something significant. The initials for something significant that connects the two of you. You guys could even take this, and I've done this before, where you will take the, you know, like this word yes, and you can put it next to something, but it doesn't really spell anything out unless you guys want to use that for something. You guys could also use the E and put something together as well. So I just feel like maybe this is just some kind of initials here. Okay, it's initials for some of you out there watching the video, and you're just going to have to kind of resonate with it how you will, but I'm not even really getting a read to put anything together as normal. And I think it's just because there's not a lot of vowels there. And I don't want to spend too much time on this. So let's see. I see the word sex. Okay. I see the word of course, that's the only word I see, sex. Of course. Where the hell is my mind? I see the word, actually, I was just going to say I see the word checks, but I don't, actually. Anyways, I just think that, take it as it resonates with you guys, okay? Because when I saw that bound card, I got to be honest with you guys. When I saw the bound card, I almost felt like there was a sexual energy that the feminine had with the masculine, as in she might be feeling like, you know, some physical energies to connect it to him. And it's like, I feel too much pressure right now. Like there's a lot of pressure that's being built up sexually that the feminine is conjuring up. And I'm not getting that she's doing it to be negative, but she might be tapping into this energy for creative purposes. And so it's like drawing on an energy of, like, let's just say you're trying to create an art project or a story and you're like drawing on your masculine's energy, and it happens to bring up that sexual energy. It's very passionate, it's very creative, and I'm getting here that the masculine might be seriously a lot of just intense energy that the masculine might not even be able to handle, but is feeling. That's what I'm seeing here. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why we have this energy of sex. All right, I'm going to stop there. So let's now go ahead and take a look and see what does the masculine want at this time? What does he really truly want at the end of the day moving forward with the situation? Like if he could do anything, make something happen, what would it look like? What would it look like if he could do something to create a change in this whole dynamic with this feminine? What would it look like? Okay, so this is my Twin Flame Tarot, and this right here is called the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. Rejuvenating rain. Wow, clear the past and heal the present. If the masculine could do anything right now, he would want to clear the past and heal the present with his feminine. It's beautiful. Rejuvenating rain. Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is an offer. It's like the beginning of something, a wise investment. Make a wise investment now. Maybe the masculine couldn't do that in the past, but he would want to do it now. With this Queen of Cups. Watery energy again, intuitive, sensitive. It's beautiful. Yeah, after this death, after this transition, after this ending between the two of them. Scorpio energy again. Wow, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy here. I feel like the masculine would want to turn the wheel on this connection again and start over and start fresh. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing here. Oh my God, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups claim his queen. Holy crap. You guys can clearly see this. I mean, this is amazing. It feels destined, feels connected, feels like, yes, he would want to turn the wheel in this connection again. Again, I feel like it's only a matter of time. But the masculine has gone through some sort of a death and rebirth and transition. And because of this emotional mastery card is in becoming more emotionally mature and in touch with his emotions, he's wanting to claim his queen and he's wanting to start fresh with her. He's wanting to clear the past between the two of them and heal the present moment. He wants to fix this. He wants to have this connection with her, but he wants to be in a close spiritual connection with her. Like maybe this masculine could not open himself up before. He was afraid like hell to open himself up, but I'm seeing he wants like a deep emotional spiritual connection with this feminine next time around. Like he's not fucking around. He's totally changed. He's totally transitioned here. I'm telling you guys, I keep getting, it's not going to be for everybody, but I keep getting October. like around Halloween, Scorpio's energy, somewhere around there, right when Scorpio starts, which is, towards the 20 something of freaking October, right? Yeah, there's something there. I don't know. Woo. Okay. Well, let's see what Spirit has to say about the future. So, how are things possibly unfolding for the connection? How are things possibly unfolding for this connection? What are some possible future energies with the way things are going to be unfolding with the connection here? Let's see. All right, so this right here is called the Numinous Astro Deck. Okay, third house, perception. Perception. So the third house, it says speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussions surrounding sociability. Okay. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is very similar to the Ace of Pentacles, possible offer of something. We have a Queen of Wands, fiery energy here. Oh, also the Page of Pentacles is an earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Queen of Rods, fiery. Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Yeah, I want to make sure that I haven't missed any other. Yeah, I haven't. It's all been water and fire up to this point, and then now the Page of Pentacles. See this? 3 people or group settings. Queen of Swords energy here. Page and Queen, like the Page doesn't feel like it's a match for the Queen, The King and the Queen go together. And the Knight and the Queen can go together, but the Page is like a child. The Page is no match for the Queen. It doesn't mean it can't go together, but like there's definitely a huge leap in maturity or just the level. Somebody feeling like they're at the like on the same level. So there could be some kind of feeling of being intimidated. Kind of like if you bring something, you better bring something good. You better bring something solid or don't come at all. And we have the 9 of Swords. I am getting here that somebody is scared. Somebody is afraid. Somebody feels like whatever they have to offer, they want it to be received with the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is very warm. The Queen of Wands is like, yes, come in. Come in. The Queen of Swords might be like, fuck you. So somebody is afraid, somebody's hands are tied, and that makes them feel like they don't know if they can come together with this offer. That's what I'm seeing here. So there's definitely an intimidation. Yeah, the moon is Pisces, but it's also Cancer. So it keeps coming up here, these watery energies. Somebody's afraid. I kind of feel like somebody is just working on their coins. I see the Pages as people that are thinking. They're thinking about the element. They're not really doing anything with it just yet because they're still forming it. They're still trying to figure out a plan, what to do with that pentacle. Do you see? So the moon is about darkness. The moon's about subconscious. The moon is about kind of hanging in the shadows. So I feel like somebody's kind of hiding. Somebody's hiding here, trying to decide what they want. They're still afraid. They're still not sure that they're ready to come towards you because they're not sure whether you're the Queen of Rods or the Queen of Swords. So I feel like if this is for a feminine here, you need to make sure the energy that you're exuding. What energy do you want to be looked upon? It did say something about social media. I just got to put it out there. So if you're on social media, and you're acting like a cold, heartless, hardcore person that's like, fuck love, fuck this, fuck that. I'm just saying it, okay? This is not going to be an inviting energy for really anybody to want to approach you in a romantic way. It's just an example. I'm not saying that anybody's doing that, but that's an example of what you're wanting to draw into you is not really what you're projecting. So we might be projecting a very hard exterior. And so if anybody is watching, it might be really difficult for people to read. It's hard to read that actually you're the Queen of Wands, but you're coming across as a Queen of Swords. So I feel like for the feminines, it might be time to just kind of balance out your energies and figure out, do you want to be warm and inviting, or do you want to be cold and just distant and detached and be in that energy of hell no? Because energy is energy and people pick up on it. People feel it. People read it. The moon's energy is about subconscious dreams, energies of people. Sorry, my cat was running around here. Energies of people that might even be subconsciously connected. So if you're a feminine and your thoughts about your masculine are fear-based, or you're still thinking about the bad stuff, or you're still thinking about all this crap, all this anxiety perhaps, this masculine is not going to feel the invitation to want to make that contact, to want to, come back if that's what you want. So it's kind of like the law of attraction. We're telling the universe what we want, but we're getting in the way of it. Do you see? So it's all about the perception. Are you putting on the perception that you don't give a shit, that you're fine, you're Miss Independent, and there's nothing wrong with that. But are you going overboard on that to where maybe your masculine who's checking you out is kind of like, oh, maybe she's not that. Maybe she wouldn't want me to come back. Maybe she's too hardcore. I don't know. I don't think, that's too intimidating. And maybe you're a feminine that's saying, you know what, if he can't be this or that and break through and come to me in that strong energy, then just forget it. Everybody has every right to feel how they want to feel, okay? But you've got to really examine what you're saying that you want it, but you're kind of like going against what you want. You're saying you want love, but you're in this hardcore energy of, I'm never going to get hurt again kind of energy. So I feel like the feminine, which is why she came up here twice in the future, has some thinking to do on what image she wants to project, or does she just want to be her freaking self? And if who you are right now is this Queen of Swords, then maybe that's okay for you to be in that energy. Be in that energy. But if you're in this energy, you might not be attracting to you what it is that you're truly wanting deep down inside, which is nurturing, which is love, or maybe even passion, or even a good time. So the Queen of Swords doesn't really have a lot of fun. She's all work and no play. Is that what you want? Are you all work and no play, or do you want to live a little? Because I'm seeing here the masculine's confused. I'm just saying, he's freaking confused by what you're putting out. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but I know it's going to resonate for a few of you out there. So Spirit is saying this is the future. Unknown, unclear, still in the dark, still afraid, not sure what they want to do. So again, clear up this energies, feminine. And if this is about the masculine, maybe the masculine's in a third-party situation. And so until he clears this shit up, and until he wants to come forward and actually, be truthful and clear up this energy, then it just seems to be a third-party situation, and that's just what it is. And so again, the advice for the feminine at the very beginning of the reading is that she is just choosing to be happy. She's not staying tied to anything. She's not bound to this. You're only as bound as you believe yourself to be. So this is a shadow. It's a fear. It's our own thoughts working against us at this point. So no one's attached. No one's making you stay in this third-party situation. It's your perception that you're stuck. That needs to clear. Okay? We need to take our power back. Maybe this is why this energy is here. We're the Queen of Rods. The Queen of Rods, she just loves her masculine. She loves the sex. She can't get enough of it. She can't cut it off. The Queen of Swords is saying, wake up. This masculine is never going to grow into the king you need him to be as long as you are enabling this third-party bullshit. I'm sorry to be rough at the very end, you guys, but I'm just getting this message for some feminines out there that are screwing around and they're not doing their masculine any favors at this point. That is if you guys are in challenge, as in you're not in total separation. So it could go either way. Take it as it resonates, or just hate me over it. It's all good. So let's go ahead and get some closing messages from Spirit in regards to... Let's just get some Spirit messages, okay? Maybe some signs, objects, numbers, things that might come through. The way that the universe is guiding and helping our situation. This is the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. That's a mystery. You know, sometimes we just have to go through we just have to walk towards it anyways. Even if we don't know what's going to happen, just keep moving forward. Don't stop. Yeah, again, there's a mystery and there's hidden knowledge here. It's a mystery on what's going to happen. The moon is always the energy that tells you that things are still unknown. It's still unknown at this time what's going to happen with this connection. You know, nothing's set in stone. Why? Because you have free will and so does your masculine to take it in another direction or any direction of your choice. So it's still hidden. And we have, see, there's a 3, 3, 3. So threes, for some reason, are very significant here. But 3 is about, you know, the Holy Trinity. It's mind, body, soul. You're in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. When we are feeling connected on all those levels and where we're connected to ourselves and we're connected to source, you really can't go wrong with that energy because you're connected to your higher purpose, your higher self. And that is something that guides you towards exactly where you need to go. So it's about trusting the universe. If doors are closed right now or if things are really difficult, it's time for you to just maybe make a decision to go either on a different path or to stop banging on a door that won't open. It is time to just allow things to unfold. A lot of divine timing energy is coming through. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So just be yourself is what I'm seeing. Be yourself. If your masculine doesn't like who you truly are, you know, then there's obviously some more growing to do. This right here is the Animal Tarot cards by Radley Valentine, and this is called the Animal Kin Oracle. So what animal spirits are with us, guiding us on this journey? For the masculine, we have the crab, trust. Huge energy of Cancer coming up here. Okay, Cancer came up with the moon as well. And the Chariot in this reading. Trust. Feminine. Intention. Oh my God. Intention. Okay. So the crab and the jaguar. So the masculine's coming through with the crab, the jaguar's with the feminine. So the masculine is about trust. So it could be trust issues, or it could just be trusting himself, trusting the process. And the jaguar for the feminine is about intentions. What are your intentions? I was just talking about that. What is your intentions moving forward? What do you want? What, you know, is what you want? Are you working against it? Are you, you know, kind of screwing it up and sabotaging it on the backside without even realizing it? We need to get clear with our intentions. The masculine also needs to get very clear, and I see that energy here as blue, is very healing. He needs to heal any kind of trust issues he might have with trusting, letting himself go, letting someone in, letting somebody really love him, or trusting that he can actually be, you know, good enough for his feminine, or, you know, a good provider if that's for some of them, you know, or any kind of betrayal, lies, or deception, clearing all that stuff up. So these animal spirits are with the masculine and feminine on their journey. Let's take a look here for the crab, for trust for the masculine. Oh, I love this. This is the masculine's energy, the sun. Sun is masculine, moon is feminine. But the sun does represent the sign of Leo. Bluebird, your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. So this is like the masculine's energy of you can do this. You can do this, okay? Yeah, you can do this. It's like that sun, okay? You can do this. You got this. Feminine, intention. 6 of winter, which is 6 of swords. We have rescue cat, mixed breed. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. Oh my God, see? It's like it started with this card, and now it's ending with this card. Happier times, happy ending. Like, this is about letting things go that are just keeping us stuck, keeping us feeling like we can't move forward, okay? So this energy here, where was it? I got all the cards mixed up, you guys. I'm so sorry. I know we had that let go card. Where is it? Here it is. See? Let go. Let it go. When we let go, things can be transformed. We don't have to hold on to it. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to stay in the storms. We can get on that boat and keep moving forward with our lives. It's okay. So that's our intention. We have to set our intentions and we have to go towards whatever that is. Okay, if our intentions are to stay stuck and wait, then that's our intention. If our intention is to stay and wait and we feel good about it, then that's our set intention. If we feel like we need to move past this and we just need to kind of carry on with our lives, and if, Spirit sees fit that our masculine comes back in due time, then it'll happen. Then that's what we trust and that's our intention. So it's all up to the feminine, what she wants, what her intentions are. So the Jaguar spirit is with her, as well as this cat, to basically, cats to me are very independent creatures, and any kind of like little panther or, jaguars, I think, are solo creatures. So there's a solo energy coming here, a solo energy that's attached to the feminine, about choosing her independence, choosing her own happiness for now, okay? While the masculine becomes illuminated, while the masculine comes out of his crab shell slowly. The crab doesn't want to come out of the shell. The crab retreats, goes back in, scared, apprehensive. We already saw this energy that he has all over the reading here. Okay, so I know that was a really long reading, but let's just go ahead and do one last message just to kind of close it all up, okay? Let's close up this reading with some final messages. This right here is the Madame Endor's fortune cards. Let's close up the reading with some messages. What do we need to know before we leave this reading? The chalice, rejuvenation and fulfillment. Rejuvenation. What I'm getting here from Spirit is that this cup of love, this connection can be rejuvenated and it can be fulfilling once more. It can. But both people have to want it. Both people have to choose it. Okay? Anything is possible. You, the feminine, you are the seer. You are the high priestess. Follow your intuition. Your intuition is on point. You're very connected to this connection. You're very connected to your masculine, which is why it's important for you to make sure that you can decipher between your feelings and your masculine's feelings, your path versus your masculine's path, the clearing, the healing, the issues that your masculine needs to change versus your own, making sure that if you're like an empath that you're not taking on his stuff, okay? But you can definitely, you're seeing things accurately. You're seeing things, it's like you have this inner knowingness. That's what I'm getting here. You have this inner knowingness of how it's all going to unfold, and you're just trusting it. So when you are just trusting, you're not holding on. You're just moving forward, and you're living your life, and you're just enjoying your journey. A person that really doesn't trust or doesn't have faith is holding on with, for dear life, strangling this connection, not wanting to let it go because they're afraid that it's not real, or they're afraid if they let go, it's going to be gone forever. So what I'm getting here is this final messages of what we need to know is that the feminine is seeing things accurately. The Harlequin, she knows the true feelings of her masculine. She knows how her masculine truly feels, but she knows that he's afraid of those feelings and that they are masked. She knows that the masculine has love for her, okay? But again, he's got to go through something in order to be able to conjure up that strength and that courage to come towards her, whether it's with an apology or to just face her once again, or to admit his true feelings to himself. We have the Medusa. So this is a shadow, okay? There's a shadow. Jealousy leads to downfall. That's our own shadow at work, okay? The thing is, as an intuitive, myself, I don't consider myself really a light worker, but just as a spiritual person, I guess, that, does readings and different things like that, sometimes I am very honed in on something specific. I just know it with all of my spirit. I just know it. I feel it. It's a feeling. It's very healing. It's very light. It's pure love that just washes over me. It's just an inner knowingness I understand and I know. And it feels so safe. It feels so good. it feels so calm. And then all of a sudden, whether it's just a day or two or maybe 5 minutes later, that something will happen and there's that little shadow, that little, this is just a metaphor, devil on your shoulder just going, nope, remember that. Remember how this person did this, or remember what that one person said or what they thought about you. And that's all sometimes that it takes, depending on how strong or convicted I am in a certain belief and trusting myself to basically take me down. So I feel like for some of us, this is our own thoughts, our own feelings that are telling us otherwise, that nope, what I feel isn't real, what I know is just bullshit, what I thought was something isn't. At the end of the day, you always have to trust your intuition. And I'm going to say it again because I said it last week. And there are times where, if I just get certain feelings about something, I will push people in this direction. Sometimes it's not always best to ask for guidance outside of yourself. Trust your own intuition first. Let your intuition be your guide. Try not to gauge what decisions that you need to make in your life. Try not to look outside of yourself to make these decisions. I mean, yes, it's nice to hear an opinion or, to get some friends' advice and things like that, but you're not basing what your friend or your family member or, someone says, or a reading, at least I hope you don't, on what you should do. At the end of the day, you have to make these decisions for yourself, okay? And this is one of the reasons that I do not do emergency readings. Because emergency readings to me are people that are looking for someone to tell them what to do to make decisions. And I don't believe that's how readings should be approached. Readings are for guidance only, or inspiration. It's to like trigger something that we already know deep down inside. It's just reminding you is all it's doing. But it's not meant to tell you what to do or what decisions to make. Last message. We have the Sphinx. Choose your words carefully. Exactly. The thing is, we're all very, very powerful. We're powerful with our words. We're powerful with our thoughts, what we're thinking, what we're feeling. It doesn't mean immediately when you have a thought or you say something that you don't have the option to change that vibration, but it's about being in that energy for long periods of time. When you're in that energy of hate for a long period of time, you will see nothing but crap in your life. And I know, speaking from personal experience, okay? You're in a belief system. I'll never be happy, or everybody else always gets what they want, but I don't. Or, you have that poverty thinking of, it's so hard, or this or that. I'm just coming up with different scenarios and things that either I have fallen victim to over the years or I've heard from other people, and you get stuck in these belief systems. So you've got to choose your words carefully. You got to choose what you're saying to other people. You have to choose what you're saying to yourself and what you're saying to the universe. So again, there's this shadow here. There's a shadow that does have the tendency to take us down here and there. But at the end of the day, you got to follow your intuition. And at the end of the day, if you make this journey about you and not about another person, you cannot go wrong. Okay? It's when you take all of your expectations, all of your eggs, and you put it into somebody else's basket, you're going to feel nothing but disappointment, because it's no one's job to deliver to you healing and that feeling of peace and contentment except for yourself. So right now, I just feel like, yes, there is something being masked here. There's something being hidden. I do feel that it is the masculine that is hiding something from the feminine, but it's just on the fear and how he really feels. So this feminine can do a number on herself by misinterpreting what she's hearing or what she's seeing. At the end of the day, she's got to trust herself and focus on her own cup. Because when our own cup is running over and it feels full, then we're not looking at other people and feeling envious or jealous or feeling fearful that we'll never have our opportunity for happiness. We're just focusing on our own cup. We're focusing on all the good that life has to offer, instead of focusing on that cup being half empty, right? So anyways, For some reason, my weekly readings have been over an hour. I have no idea. I'm not saying it's going to be like that every week, but this was a long one. So this means it's going to take extra long to upload. So I hope it's not too late in this Monday for some of you guys, but I just got to go with where Spirit's taking me, and it took me on the long haul today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and it resonated. If it did not resonate this week, maybe I'll catch you guys next week. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.